If you're looking for a template which is specific to your business, Bizamm's template creation feature is exactly what you need. Template creation gives you the ability to create your own templates which are not included in the over 65 customizable legal document templates offered on the Bizzamm platform. It's important to note that template creation is only available to users on the personalized package, so make sure your subscription package is correct if you intend to use this functionality. This video explains how to create your own private templates for you and your collaborators to use. There are two ways of doing this. The first is to create your own template from scratch, and the second is to duplicate an existing template and make changes to it that better suit your needs. Let's start with how to go about creating your own template from scratch. Start by going to the templates page by clicking templates in the side menu on the left. You will then see two sections. The section on the left allows you to create a new template from scratch, and the section on the right allows you to duplicate an existing template and add whatever other information you need. Let's discuss how to create a template from scratch. In the Create a Template section on the left, enter a title for your template. This title cannot be reused and so has to be unique each time. Next, select a category that best describes what the template is for from the drop-down menu. Notice that the private template switch will be set to true as you are creating a private template. This just means that this template will only be available to you and the collaborators to whom you give access. Once the relevant information has been filled out and is valid, you can click Create to create the template and you'll be navigated to the Edit Template page. Now for the metadata section. To begin, click the plus button in the top right corner of the metadata section. There are three important sections that need to be filled out. The first being the summary, which is there to guide users to understand what the template is used for and when to use it. The second is the additional information section, which is where one can share important notes about the specific template. This could be, for example, guidance as to whether or not certain legislation will apply or be triggered, or perhaps if certain company policies must be adhered to or referred to. And finally, the last section is where one specifies the type of template being created. There are 6 different types, and depending on the type you choose, your template's formatting will be slightly different. For example, this is what an agreement looks like, and this is what a director's or shareholders resolution looks like. And that takes care of the metadata section. Now for the roles section. But first, please make sure to save as you go by clicking the save icon in the top right corner. The roles section refers to the active participants on the template who will be known as parties when the documents are being created using the template. The roles for a template are to be specified according to template requirements and/or legislation involved. Each role must have a name, a description, as well as a minimum and maximum number of participants per role. Please note that it is not possible for you to create a usable template that does not have any roles, so this step is very important. To create a role, start by clicking the plus button in the top right corner of the roles section. First, fill in the name of the role. Next, the description, which describes the role in its capacity in the document. Then, add whatever additional information you would like the user to be provided with to educate them about the role and possibly even outline some of the legalities. Then, specify the minimum and maximum number of parties that will fill this role in the document. It is important to note here that at this stage it is possible for one to add what we call a drafter role, which would allow your collaborators to create and fill out all the necessary information in a document using this template, and then invite you and other parties to the document to sign. The drafter role in this case need not be required to sign the document. To allow for drafters on your templates, simply create the drafter role and make sure you set the minimum number to 0. Drafters, however, cannot be alone on a document, and so need to be in combination with another role where the minimum number of parties for that role is at least 1. Once happy, click the plus button to add this role to the template. To delete a role you've added, simply click the trash icon. And that's all you need to know about setting roles for a template. Next, we'll go through how to create sections. A section is a block of related information that is grouped together on a template. For example, a personal details section could include a person's name, surname, cell phone, and email. Sections can also have subsections, which are just sections nested within other sections. Sections can have roles assigned to them, which means that the responsibility falls on that role to complete that section of the document, and allows for the duplication of sections for the number of parties in the role. What this means is that if a section is assigned to the role of a director, for example, and there are 5 directors in the document, that section would be duplicated 5 times, once for each director to fill in. Sections also allow for specific styling to be applied, which allows you to do things like switch between whether you want a section to have numbers or not. Along with subsections, a section can also have lists. The difference between these two is how they look on the final document. This is what a subsection looks like. And this is what a list looks like. You can see the difference between the sizes of the headings and the numbering. What's useful is, no matter where in a document you place a list or a subsection, their styling will always be maintained. When a section is selected, it will have a grey border around it and will appear to hover above the rest so that you know which section you're working on. To create a section, click the section button with the plus icon. To add a subsection or list, click on the section you want to add it to, and then click on the subsection or list button with the plus icons. There are 3 tools that you'll need to be familiar with to make sure you get the best out of Bizzamm's template creation feature. These are inputs, outputs, and options. We'll look at each of these in depth in the next video. And if you thought that was cool, wait till you find out what other amazing features our advanced package offers you.